Hello everybody and welcome to the new race today here in Shanghai. And so yeah, we are in Shanghai today and we are going to have a fun race, hopefully, for today's round of VDRL. Today we have, well, I mean, let's just go into the previous race results for the drivers. We have the driver standings now. Marius leading the pack with 40 points. I mean, the first place is tied at the top with 40 points. With Villusion and Marius both having 40 points in the championship, as Marius have won the last race of VDRL Tier 1 and bringing his total up to 40 points. Thanos was second, and then Villusion only coming in and third. Probably not the result he wanted, but it is the result he got, and he finished still a very good result, as Infinity is fourth and D-Mag was fifth at Jeddah. That chaotic race, a little bit, a lot of safety cars and a lot of drama in that race. So yes, so Marius taking the lead, I mean taking first place in the driver standings, and Villusion is first also. Mr. Kota's third, Thanos is fourth, and then Meshu is closing out the top 5 in the driver standings. So yeah, okay, we now the team standings. Red Bull leading the pack by 56 points, not by 56 points, with 56 points ahead of Ferrari and Alpine. And then we can see the driver lineup here. McLaren with Thanos and sorry, let me just Thanos and I cannot really see it. Thanos and Alex Edge, and then we have in the Alpine Marius and Justin Maguire. In the Ferrari we have Meshu and Infinity, both very good and fast drivers. In the Haas, Just Pushy and Harry, unfortunately not really having a really good last race. In the Red Bull we have Villusion, the tied first place in the driver standing, and then D-Mag in the 83 car. In the Racing Bulls we have Powertwan and Dylan. In the Mercedes, Davoat and Mr. Kota, who is third in the driver standings right now. And in Williams we have Vicky and Harvey. Aston Martin we have Protra and K sorry. In the Aston Martin we have KHR and Protra, and in the Sauber, last but not least, we have Vasa and Young Victim. In the Kick Saubers. So as I can see, one of the chatters said Mr. Kota for the win. Well, let's see if it is really going to be Mr. Kota who will take the lead in today's race. And as you can see, Mr. Infinity, yeah, just texting a little bit. So Just Pushy and Harry in the last races, it was in AI the whole race. Probably some connection issues or something happened to them, but it is okay because they will have another chance today in this session. I'm gonna switch to the lobby, and we can see that there is a lot of people in the lobby still. There's 8 minutes till start, so there is a lot of people in this lobby still are already, and we can see that Mr. Kota in one of the Mercedes, and then we have both of the Haases, Just Pushy and H Barbers, both of the Scuderias, in Infinity Candy Floss and TDR Meshu, and I think that's all the drivers who have a teammate. And then we have a teammate in the Red Bull of one of the Red Bulls. We have Tuer in the Alpine, and then Serpiestre in the Kick Sauber, and KHR 13 in the Aston Martin car. So let's see if they can do anything, and if there's more people joining. I hope so, really hope so. There have some ones have left. That's okay. Think, let me see who left. I don't know, somebody left. Okay, so as usual, today's weekend format is a short qualifying and then a 28 lap race, or a 50% race if you would like to call it that, in today's weekend, or race weekend. So qualifying should be very close, because there's a lot of people who are pretty close to each other. Maybe Kota is one of the fastest, but also Infinity and everybody has the fair chance for the pole position. It is a very interesting track. There's a lot of fast corners with a lot of slow corners, unfortunately for everybody. So yeah, we will see what people can make of this track in today's race. And I will be quiet and then wait for the start of the race, which is 5 minutes from now on. I just, sorry for that, I just got a message from Mr. Kota himself that Tuer, which is a hard name to pronounce, is Marius. So I'm gonna be naming him as Marius from now on, because Tuer is a little bit hard, as you can imagine. So Marius is in the other house, as there's two people more has joined in the name of Yestin Boy and Powerton. And I think we have a lobby full now, probably. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not even gonna say anything. Okay. Now, I think everybody's in the lobby now, and we will see when we will start. I mean, it's supposed to be at 4 p.m. France time or 3 p.m. UK time, but maybe we'll go before that, because now we have everybody in today's race, for today's race, so the attendance is full now. So we will see if we're readying up. But as I can see, oh, we have another person joining in. 11 people now is in. So we are just waiting for the start and the so yeah, we are waiting for the start. Really. As we are readying up now. So yeah, here we go for round 3 of tier 1. We are just waiting. There's 5 seconds left until the race start. And now we are going to be on the way for short qualifying in today's race in this beautiful city of Shanghai. And the big grandstands, in front of the big grandstands of this magical circuit, where Sebastian Vettel had one of the, what's prefer to say, coolest overtakes of all time while going into the pits. And also, this is where Lewis Hamilton won his first race with Ferrari. Of course, it was a sprint race, but it doesn't matter, because it is still a win, as some Ferrari fans would say. A win is a win. Oh, and it's raining like a hailstorm. Not a hailstorm, but it's raining very much, so we are going to have a wet qualifying in today's race, which will be interesting to see. This is an interesting race. Interesting qualifying to be shown, as Josh Bushy has joined again. Let's see who will be the first one out. Sir PS3 is the first in the garages, as we have one of the, I think that's the D-Mag already going out to the pits, as also Sir PS3. They're both on wet tires, I think. Yes, both on wet tires. No, Sir PS3 is on the inters. Yes, he is on inters, but he's already struggling a little bit with grip. Now they are on their outlaps. Also Meshu, I think, on his outlap. No, it is not Meshu, it is Infinity, who is on the outlap and is on the inters too. With this, hopefully they are hoping probably for a result like Hamilton's in this race. But we will see if they can get a result like Hamilton's. As we are seeing, also Kota is out. Everybody's, yes, Timboy is out. Power Twen is also out of the pits. Everybody is now going out for their laps, and for their Meshu is also on inters. Let's see what is happening. Also somebody, I think D-Mag is spun out a little bit. Okay, so now on to Sir Piastri we go, who invalidated his lap, but it's okay. Okay, so Piastri, first one out on track, has inter tires. Let's see the inter tires. So we can see that Sir Piastri inter tires, and then After him we have, I think, Meshu, or Infinity, sorry, who's also in inter tire. And then DMAC, who's on wets. Kota, who's also in wets. To Marius, who's on inter too. As Sir Piastri will start his lap now. And on to this very tricky section, or first part of the track. As he goes, he's struggling. It seems to be he's struggling a little bit with grip, drifting through that corner, letting the back of his car slide a little bit out. As the end of sector 1 is a 29.7. I don't know if that's a good lap, but it seems that he missed the apex by a little bit. As he's now on to sector 2, and this very S-like corners. He goes. Everybody's starting their laps now. As you can see on the minimap, there's a lot of people in the first part of the track. I think that's Powertven leading the pack, and also Mr. Quota is on, who's on the wet tires, also going full push through this part of the track. As he gets a 29.0, which is probably the best. I mean, it wasn't the best sector time because it wasn't purple. So maybe he is not pushing that hard. Maybe trying to get a lap in and not trying to do anything more. As Sir Piastri is going to finish his lap now. Last corner gets a little bit of an overstay, but that's normal in these wet conditions. A 154 is 507. As I think Infinity is also finishing his lap. His lap will be a 152.189, which is marginally better than Sir Piastri's. DMAG also with a 152.254. As we can see, I think Boy also finishing his lap. Yes, onto his last corner. It's going to be, I think, closer to 154, so 155s even. Yes, a 155. As Powertven goes quickest with a 151.2. Kota with a 151.250. Onto the lead. As Marius goes across the line, 152.576. H Barbers 157.9, and that's gonna be the last person out on track. But I think Sir Piastri is on another lap, maybe trying to improve. No, he isn't. He's going back to the pits probably. Infinity, he is on his inner lap too. Is DMAC pushing? No, he isn't. He is sliding though, looking like he is trying to do some donuts in the middle of the track, in the middle of the qualifying, but that's very interesting to see. As I think we have Powertven, he's pushing though. Powertven is on his another lap with a purple sector 2 with a 1 second of improvement. This could be a way better lap than Kota's, and it will put him up to first place if he keeps that 1 second improvement in the last sector 2. As now with the big straight behind him, he goes for the blocks up the front tires very much. You cannot see the smoke, but we could see the front tires not moving at all. Since the last corner is off for him, it's looking like a good lap. It's going to be a 149.5, almost 2 seconds of improvement. As I think Marius, Marius is going to be a 151.008. Big improvement from him too. Yes, Timboy with a 154.76 improvement from him too. As this seems to be it seems to be getting one of the best qualifying sessions, as Infinity is down from his lap has improved on his second sector by 2 seconds, almost 3 seconds down at the end of sector 2. Let's see if he can keep that. It seems to be looking like the track is getting way better every single second that these guys are on it. Let's see if Infinity can put a great lap out and get provisional pole position before the Q1 at 9-minute line, cutting a little bit too close, I think, to in that hairpin. But that's not gonna matter for him. I think he's keeping that. Sir Piastri up to P2 with a 154.50.4 as Infinity Candy crosses the line, and then 147.19. Almost 5 seconds of improvement, which is just absolutely crazy. Marius also on his push lap now onto the second to last corner of this track. Can he finish this lap with a under 150? Probably. He is up to 3 seconds from his time at the end of sector 2. It's going to be a 146.765. Okay, taking that first position out of Infinity's hands. As we can see, I think Kota on his out lap, and I think Infinity. Yes, Infinity is not pushing now. I think is on his in lap. As we can see, the drain has stopped a little bit, maybe, or stopping a little bit, maybe. Not really stopped yet, but the track is drying up very fast, and that's a very good thing for everybody who is out later in the session, because as the time moves, the track gets marginally better every single second and every single lap that people has gone on it. As we can see, Mac is also cooling off his tires and trying to get them in a normal temperature. As now Kota will start his lap and will try to get that provisional pole position and try to keep his streak alive of winning in VDRL. This is a 151.250. I mean, on his out lap. As now on to this first sector, he goes a little bit of a drifting. Big, like corrections from him. That's a very big drift. As Powerton goes fastest with a 144.479, a very big improvement from Marius. Or from Powerton, who goes provisional pole position for now, and almost he's up by more than 2 seconds of lap time from Marius. But can Kota change that and take provisional pole position? He is pushing, you can see he's pushing very hard on his lap. A big oversteer, corrected it though, and not having anything about it. 4 seconds of improvement, purple sector 2. Can he even get even more than that? Also, D-Mag is, I don't think he got a purple sector 2, that he's just behind Mr. Kota. So now on to the big straight, in the back straight, onto the last, the penultimate corner, not locking up anything, as you can see from the other drivers. Now onto the last corner, and will he get provisional pole position? No, he won't. He only good for second, and that's a 144.5. And we can see D-Mag up to third place, improving his time with a 1:45.986, and I think everybody will wait except Sir Piastri who's on his outlap. Now, Skota, is he pushing? No, he isn't. He's not pushing anything. Now, H Barbers, oh, just Pushy is pushing though. Pushy is pushy, and he is going to try to set a lap good for top 10, or even better. I think he's probably hoping for a top 5 at least in this Canadian special livery in the Haas. As we can see on his sparking a little bit from the back. That means he has not a lot of downforce in this. Wow, it is a very not a very downforce track, but it is raining though. Probably the race will not be raining if he has that setup though. He will not get pole position, of course, but can he get at least a top 5? No, he won't, but he gets a P6 with a 1:47.725. Closing out the top 6 and getting into the top 6 position. H Barbers probably pushing now 2 seconds down in the end of sector 1, as we have a caution in sector 3, as yes, Sir Piastri is off the track. Wow, he tried to do his lap, he is off the track. And that's not very good thing for him, because this lap will be invalidated for him. But now back to H Barbers, who's down 4 seconds from his best time, and he will try to maybe beat his teammate even, and try not to get beaten by him. Also in the Canadian special livery. Now on to the last corner he goes, and he's off the track, but he doesn't invalidate. It is going to be a 1:47.354, beating his teammate by about 4 tenths, or 4 tenths, yes, 4 tenths of a second. Yes, he is not up to the top 5, but he is into the top 6 and only 2 tenths away from infinity. So Piastri will try to make another lap of him, as the rain has stopped entirely, and the track will be improving much quicker because there isn't any reinforcement of rain, of course. So yes, everything is going to be a very tight race for pole position at the end, because the person who goes out last will probably be the best, probably have the best chance of getting pole position, because if everybody goes out and cannot do 2 laps, just only 1 lap, then they will have to try and then go as late as possible to get that improved track for them. And so yeah, as now we can see everybody's going out, and as Sir Piastri has retired from the session, he knows he won't have enough time to go do another lap. Also D-Max out, Marius out, Infinity and Meshu. Yes, Timboy gonna start his lap now. Can he improve on that 1:54.763? And he only needs to probably not, as we have the soft tires out, as he goes off the track and into the grass. That's not gonna be very fortunate for him, as Kota is still on the inters. Interesting choice by him. Everybody else is on the, except D-Mag, who's on the inter tires. Also, everybody else, almost everybody else, is on the soft tires. Just Push is also on the soft tires. Infinity also on the soft tires. Marius is on the inters though, leading the front lines. See, let's KHR 13 out of his way, and he will start his lap now. He didn't set a lap yet. Just Pichias retired from the session, but KHR didn't set a lap yet. We couldn't see the Aston Martin on the track still, but he is pushing now as he mounts the curb a little bit. Istanbul has retired from the session in the middle of the track, as everybody is starting their laps now. Kota, Powertwen, D-Mag has finished his lap with a 1:45.987 and gets the checkered flag out, and also Infinity, but it was an invalidated lap time, so it won't count anything towards his actual lap time, as Infinity is also finished. Has also finished this qualifying. Mr. Kota now still looking for improvement, 0.8 of improvement, and in the first sector. Can he do it even better in the second one? As I think KHR. We have Meshu very close to one of the retired person. Oh no, Powertwen, very close to Powertwen, who is also pushing still on the soft tires. As now we can see Marius still trying to get that pole position. Can he get it though? A big look up in the front tires. Not really having probably the best brakes, but it will not matter for him. Last corner, and it will be a 1:41.8615 seconds improvement. Kota goes fastest with almost 4-5 seconds of improvement, I think. He goes fastest. Let's see, Powerton has retired from the session. Can Kota get the third pole position? Yes, he can. Kota gets the pole position at the end with 3/10 still behind him. Meshu gets P4, D-Mag only gets P5, Infinity, or sorry, Mr. Kota has gotten pole position, and then there is Marius. Powertwen is third. Meshu is fourth, but on the soft tires. D-Max fifth, Infinity sixth, H-Barbers seventh, Just Pushy eighth, Serpiaster 9, Yestimba is has closed out the top 10, and KHR, not setting any lap, is 11th. And now we will see if the race is normal and not wet, because we saw that a lot of people were running normal setups, like down setups. It is a little bit an overcast probably weather, but I don't think it will rain or anything that's happened. I don't think will happen, as we're still waiting for players to pick their strategy and not do pick their strategy and set their fuels onto their preferred choice. As we are waiting for the start of this race. Five, 3, 4, 5 lights. And we are on the way. Kota, a lot of drive-thrus. Infinity with a drive-thru penalty. D-Mag with a drive-thru penalty. Infinity up to first place. D-Mag's also battling with Powertwen and with Kota. Powertwen down to fourth place, but Kota goes into the inside and gets the pass done, or trying to get the pass done, but they're still side by side. Powertwan tries to go for the overtake on D-Mag, 3 wide into the end of the first sector. These guys are battling hard for that third place, as we have Meshu side by side with Just Pushy, as Powertwan goes off the track and he's down to 10th place. Now, still ghosting through everybody. Marius up to 2nd. Mr. Kota up to 3rd. D-Mag is still 4th, as Just Pushy is up to 5th place. Meshu is also up to 6th. Sir PS3 is 7th, and Powertwan is 8th. At the end, KHR 13 is also 9th at the end of the first, not end of the first lap, but end of this first sectors. As we can see at the back, a lot of people crash, a little bit of debris flying, and then there's some people, D-Mag, who's trying to get that 5th place as he goes into the pits and gets trying to surface drive-through, I think. As Mario sets the fastest lap of the race. Mr. Kota catching them by a lot. Sir Piastri tried to go for the overtake, only looks for looks onto the inside. As D-Mag is still serving his drive-through penalty, as you can see. Just Pushy is just out, really much out of the DRS range now. Meshu, as KHR goes for the overtake, but gets a little bit of an oversteer. Still, the overtake has been done, as H-Barbers now side by side with him, touching wheels into the end of sector 1. H-Barbers goes for the lunge. Will not happen though, because KHR will defend. Meshu looking down into the inside of Powertwan, and Just Pushy, who is a little bit off from Mr. Kota and Marius, who are still battling, try to catch Infinity, who still has a drive test. Powertwan has made the overtake on Just Pushy, and up to 4th place he goes. A big lock up from him though, that will open up the chance for Just Pushy to maybe get that place back as Kota. Now up to 2nd place, Infinity serving his drive-through penalty. Powertwan up to 3rd place, also everybody is gonna get 1 position. And now we have the new race leader with Marius, who's up to 4th place. Meshu goes side by side with H-Barber, up to Just Pushy, still going through that corner beautifully. Contact from those two, but can Meshu get that place? Big oversteer from him, keeping it on the track and not spinning out though. And that's an overtake done, and Meshu gets 4th place. So now Kota is just behind Marius, who will not have DRS at the end of this race, and that will open up Kota's chance to get that professional race win, or get the race lead at this at the 3rd lap of this race. DRS open, and he goes and tries to hunt down Marius. He will not get the chance. Powertwan also, Sir Piastri and Just Pushy is side by side. Just Pushy tries to go for the lunge. Will not happen with anything with Piastri. KHR is up to 7th place now though, just behind those two. Just Push and Sir Piastri going side by side. Will KHR guess that, and Sir Piastri is off the track, getting sideswiped by H-Barbers, who is up to 6th place, but that will definitely be a penalty. KHR up to 7th, didn't get anything, but the end plate all from his car is missing. Got a little bit of a not just his end plate, but the whole rear left wing, right wing off from his car is missing from that accident. The only one without damage is H. Barbers, who caused the accident and who will probably gets a penalty after this race. And that's a big crash. Fortunately, not a big pile-up, but a big crash in that Sir Piastri and KHR cannot really turn now that good because of that accident, as he is missing the right side of his front wing. Meshu is still leading the outside of in front of Just Pushy by almost 4 seconds, but within within a second of him is Powertwan. Or he is a second of Powertwan, as he is getting the DRS, but it seems that the straights are too little for him to make an overtake. Skota is now still hunting down Marius for this race victory. Infinity Candy Floss and Yestimboy is also fighting, and Yestimboy trying to get that place of 8. The battle for 8 have begun. As we can see that Kota is very closely behind Marius, who is not having any DRS and the straights, but we can see that caution has yellow flag has been brought out in sector 1. Now it isn't. You can see Kota is very close, probably just trying to preserve his energy though for that big straight. A big oversteer from him. That was almost like a Tokyo drift from Mr. Kota. But now can he get the overtake done onto her? I think he's very much further, but Meshu and Powertwan switching places. Powertwan did not fight that. I think they will try to do a DRS train. Powertwan with a big lockup though, as Meshu is now up to 3rd place. And they are, both Powertwan and Meshu is off from Just Pushy by, not off from, but Just Push is off from them by almost 6 seconds, as Infinity has up one Sir Piastri. Now the first pits are being done. It is by Sir Piastri in the Kick Sauber. So we will now go on to the pits and we'll change his tires to the hard compound. D-Max is now had caught up to Yestimboy. After his drive-through at the start, he goes down the inside and he gets, or tries to get that place. Yestimboy with the undercut on, or the comeback, and they are both off the track, and that's another crash in 8th place. D-Mac gets the position. Yestimboy was a little bit too too much pressure for him probably to keep it side by side through that corner, and crashes into D-Mac. But hopefully no one has any damage, but that will stung a little for Yestimboy, and also for, as we can see, for D-Mac, as we can see, Just Push and H Barber, the teammates, fighting for 5th place, as Just Pushy have gone up to 5th place, as H Barbers also gets a 3-second time penalty. Mr. Kota battling with Marius side by side through that corner. Will he get, or will he try to get, go down the inside? Yes, he will, as they are still side by side, little bit of a contact between those two. Marius not letting this slide though, and will try to get that place back. The DRS detection point is still a few corners away though. So if Marius can still keep that within 1 second, that he will keep that keep the time within 1 second, he will get DRS and try to get this place back from Mr. Kota himself, and be the race leader again. As now DRS open, and he will, as Kota something happened to him, he's off the track, and I think maybe a mistake, or they were too close to each other, as now Kota is off by 2 seconds from Marius himself, as Barbers and Just Push is still fighting for that 5th place. Barbers with the switchback on Just Pushy, or not Just Pushy, with the switchback on Barbers, who still has, I mean, a 3 second and time penalty, as now on to the first person who's with the normal tire of a medium, is now switching to the hard compound of Power Twen. The D-Mag will get his place, as he needed to have a drive-through, but he still needs to go and try and switch his compound, as Barbers and Just Pushy side by side through that infamous corner where D-Mag and Yestin Boy crashed. They're still going for the place of 4th place. There's a little bit of a contact between those two, as Just Pushy now trying to get his place back for 4th. He will have DRS in this long straight, but can he manage to overtake just H Barbers? Very much closing in the gap, and we go down the inside, tries to go down the inside, big lock up from him, as also H Barber goes off the track too, will not have the switchback on Just Pushy, also goes off the track, and that's a warning probably again, and the teammate 5 still continues for this Power Twen, and D-Mag is going side by side. Sorry for missing this action. They're still side by side through the main straight, as Power Twen gets the position now, but D-Mag still has the chance to get the overtake. It's very close to Power Twen. Still has doesn't have a lot of battery. Yeah, still probably needs to save. A big lockup you can hear from inside the cockpit, with that D-Mag had a very big lockup, and now is off by 1.6 seconds. 1.7 now from Power Twen. As I think the teammate fight has ended, and now Infinity is the person they need to fear, because he is closing the gap lap by lap by about 2/10 maybe. It is a very close battle between these three, trying to get P4, or provisional P4 at least. As now Meshu is in the DRS range of Kota, can he keep it there? Sir PS3 has overtook Kestin Boy, but back to Meshu, who is in Infinity also. Yeah, Just Pushy is in the pit, switching from the medium tire compound to probably the hard Power Twen with the fastest lap of the race. or 135.955. No, mediums to mediums. So Just Pushy with the two-stop strategy now onto back to the track he goes with the medium tire compound. Also D-Mag switching, but D-Mag goes into the pits too. He switched to the hard tires though, and now he will try to make up that time from Just Pushy, as now Meshu is very close to Mr. Kota at this rate, where he will have DRS. Will Meshu get another place? That's side by side they go, and Meshu gets the place, but is Kota gonna try? No, he will not, to get the switch back, or maybe get the place back for the second place. It's Meshu now up to second on the hard compound tires, which he will need to change in this race at least once. Marius leading by a margin of 4.3 seconds, which is probably not probably, it is a lot of time, as Infinity now also goes out to 4th place. H Barbers has gone into the pits, and will change his tires from the hards to the mediums. Interesting tires choice, because he will need to go with that mediums for about 17 laps now, if I'm counting it right. Probably not, but 17 laps from now he needs to finish the race, and probably, or he will try probably to finish this race on the medium compounds, which is, if he needed to pit with the hard tires in lap 11, then it will be very hard for him to get 17 laps in, as Kota probably has the DRS now. Yes, he will, but can he gain that much time on Meshu? About 1.2 seconds? No, he will not. Still 6 tenths behind of Meshu, as Just Pushy is very close to Sir Piastri now. Onto the back straight they go. Mr. Kota has gone into the pits as the pit leader comes out, and he will probably change his tires to the hard tires. Yes, he will, but Just Pushy is now side by side with Sir Piastri, goes and gets the place, or tries to get the place. Sir Piastri, or for the switchback, no, he will not get that, as Mr. Kota also D-Mag gets a 3-second time penalty also. And Powerton is also up to P3 now, overtaking Infinity, who's still just behind him a little bit. Sir Piastri will now try to look for that position of 7th place. Again, we try to get that place back, and it goes down the inside of Just Pushy, and will tries to get the place side by side, contact between those two. Still, Sir Piastri will not let that slide, and will try to get 7th place back from the Haas. From the bit lonely, as now Sir Piastri is in a Haas sandwich. Can he get the DRS? Yeah, Sir Piastri will get the DRS from Just Pushy, who was ahead of him when the DRS detection zone came, and he will have DRS. Both Sir Piastri and H Barbers have the DRS, and they will go side by side, but Sir Piastri comes out on top and will keep his 8th place in this, as Infinity goes onto the pits, and that's a hard tire compound. Sir Piastri now gets a 3-second time penalty. Sir Piastri is down, down to 8th place, because H Barbers have overtook him. H Barbers and Just Bushy still fighting for that 6th place now, as KHR also gets a 3-second time penalty and have not gone into the pits yet. As I just came back to Just Bushy and H Barbers, as they are now fighting, and Just Bushy is up to 6th place without any penalties. Keep in mind, Just Bushy and H Barbers still fighting and still going side by side almost every single lap. Sir Piastri now just watches it from Premier Plan, from the front seat of the stadium, as they are still fighting for the 6th place. The Haas's are now in 6th and 7th place, which is a pretty good finishing position, or positions for him, as just Bushy goes down the inside. Contact between the two Haas drivers. Now will Sir Piastri have the chance? He will stay behind, but he gained a lot of time on them, and now we'll have the chance of everything for him and nothing for the Haas drivers. They're side by side. As what has happened? The two tires were in the air from H Barbers, as they're still going side by side, as H Barbers now gets overtaken by Piastri in the kick Sauber, and that was very interesting. H Barbers tried to get that place back. I don't know if it's possible. It was not possible, because Piastri is still in 7th place, as Just Bushy now gets 6th place, and will and also with the 6th place comes a 3-second time penalty, as also Marius and Powerton fighting for the 2nd place. Meshu is up to first. This going to go side by side in the last corner. It's not a very good idea, but Marius comes out on top and also sets the fastest lap. But now Powerton will overtake him and up to 2nd place. Tour with the switchback. To Marius still keeping it on the outside of Powerton, but couldn't get the position done, or couldn't get the move done on Powerton, unfortunately for him. We will come back here, as H Barbers is on into the wall and off the track. He goes down to 9th place with contact with Piastri, as Infinity now gets the opportunity to overtake both Sir Piastri and probably Just Bushy. Yes, he will, and then big contact between those two. Very big contact between those two, and now Infinity down to 9th place because of that. Just Bushy still 6th. To Marius overtakes Powerton for 2nd place. As now Powerton still looking for that position from Marius. Skota is still trying to get onto the podium. He is 3.3 seconds off Powerton and Marius. Now onto Infinity we go, as there have been a contact between those two, but he gets the overtake done, and Infinity up to 8th place, but Age Barbers will not be delighted with that. Down to 9th place he goes. Sir Piastri very close. These four are probably one of the closest I ever seen a train be. Just fighting for and trying to get that 6th place against away from Just Bushy, but Just Bushy not letting anybody through there, picking his opponents one by one, and somebody has to sacrifice themselves as Infinity now goes out on the outside of Piastri, and we are trying to get the position done. Can he? Yes, he can. And that's up to 7th place for Infinity, almost crashing into Just Bushy, goes down the inside, big contact between those two, and now they are off as Sir Piastri sends it down the inside, and that's a big contact between those two. As Meshu onto the pits he goes, into the pits he goes. Just Bushy, Age Barbers and Sir Piastri all behind Just Bushy. Will tries to send it down the inside. He will not get, but Age Barbers now down to 9th place after that move on Sir Piastri, which didn't last a very long time. Sir Piastri into the pits he goes as Infinity now up to 5th place behind his teammate Meshu, who is also, I think, still needs to go into the pits. Now back to the race, the fight for 1st place with Powertwan and Marius still fighting and pushing as hard as they can. As we see that Age Barbers and Just Bushy are within 1 second of each other, but that's probably not gonna matter for now. Age Barbers is closing the gap one by one, but they both have penalties. I mean, that's good for them, as Powertwan now goes into the pits. Gonna change his tires from a from the hard to probably the mediums, as Kuta now up to 2nd place. Yes, he will switch to nothing because he keeps the hard compounds on, and probably the new set of hard compounds. That's the only thing that is different. As not Age Barber, sorry for that. Age Barbers and Just Bushy now side by side through the first corners, where Powertwan have came out before. Just Bushy gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We don't know if that's a track limit or a contact with Age Barbers. That's why he got, as Age Barber goes beautifully onto the outside and goes around the outside of his teammate and gets 6th place. So we see that Just Bushy is still trying to catch up to him, and also D-Mag is very close to the Haas driver, and we'll get the DRS now. Also the switchback is on and he gets the place. Also he will get the DRS because he was further behind on the detection zone, as he gets DRS, and now Just Bushy doesn't have that much chance, but he's probably draining his energy, and now down the inside, little bit of contact between the left side of DMAG's front wing and the back tire of Just Pushy, who's have gone into the pits. I don't know what was the reason behind the overtake, as Just Pushy is into the pits, switching from the medium tires to the new hard tires, or not new, I think that's a used hard tire, as he goes and comes to the pits as 10th. Not as a 10th, but as 10th place. As now we will ride on board with DMAG and just listen to that beautiful Red Bull sound. As DMAG has, while we were listening in to his engine, he gets 6th place after a mistake Barber's made, as he goes and gets that position taken, gets that position of 6th place from the Haas driver, who was very much in his, defending that position like it was a world championship. But he will get now DMAG, he will get now dethroned from 6th place, and DMAG up to 6th place in that Red Bull. Serpiaschi also gaining some positions, as Barbers have now exited the pits, and just behind his teammate he goes. The leading man, Marius, who have been dominating this entire race, is still gaining time on Mr. Kota, and now 6.9 seconds ahead of him. Serpiaschi gets another 3-second time penalty. Let's see the penalties everybody has. So DMAG gets only has a 3-second time penalty. KHR with a 3-second time penalty also, and then Serpiaschi with a 6-second time penalty, and also Just Pushy with the 6-second. Also Just Pushy and both the Haas drivers have 6 seconds of time penalties, but the Yestin boy only has 3. As Infinity Candy Floss has lost connection and is out probably from the track. KHR also, DMAG goes onto the pits and goes onto the hard tires, the new used hard tires. KHR up to 6th place. Infinity Candy Floss has lost connections, and he's not 1st place, he's probably like, I think 5th, yes. He is 5th place. DMAG is now down to 9, unfortunately for him. As Barbers still closely following him, with only just 10 seconds, or 1 second away from DMAG, the Haas driver is. As now Marius is just gaining on Kota lap by lap. In that Alpine race car, as Barbers is still just trying to get within 1 second of DMAG. He's still not really that close. Not close. but not within the DRS range of him. But now D-Mac is within. KHR also gets the gets fifth place, as Infinite Ghost is in the pits, and that will probably not be good for Infinity, who has lost connections, unfortunately for him. He's going down the order one by one. He will get that place, as D-Max now very much closer and very much close to Just Bushy, the number, I don't know what house driver, the number 13 house driver of Just Bushy is getting attacked by D-Mac. We'll try to get that place not just off track but on track also. Now he will have DRS while Just Bushy won't. D-Mac looks onto the inside but knows that he cannot or he doesn't need to go and make that overtake on him, because if he has DRS now into this big straight, he will probably get the overtake done. As we can see, just gaining on him, but Just Bushy will not let that pass that easily. Let's let D-Mac that pass easily. He defends the inside, and now on to D-Mac, still trying to get that 7th place. Now Just Bushy is almost within 1 second of Sir Piastri. D-Mac looks onto the inside, sees nothing, and backs down from that overtake. Now goes side by side, and D-Mac gets spun around and into D-Mac with this unsafe rejoin into Barbers he goes, and that will be a very dramatic overtake, or I mean rejoin from D-Mac, who is, I mean, in 8th place, but will not that probably will gain some penalty points for him, as Just Bushy is within now 1 second of Sir Piastri. But that was an unfortunate timing for H Barbers and a very unsafe rejoin from D-Mac. So we have Sir Piastri, and Just Bushy, who's off the track, is now trying to get that place up away from Piastri. Piastri is still leading, and it's trying to get a switch back. Just Bushy, he will have DRS open now. Onto the inside he goes, no contact yet, but now onto the grass, Just Bushy, and that's another 3-second time penalty with the combined penalties of 9 seconds now. That is unfortunate circumstances for Just Bushy, the number 13 horse driver, as he locks up and almost crashes into the kick Sauber of Sir Piastri. As now D-Mac has another chance to overtake Just Bushy on the track, and not just off the track, as Mesh also. Mesh, who is very close to Mr. Quota, who's probably has some kind of issues, or maybe his tires are cooked all the way through. As Meshu is now only 3/10 away from Mr. Quota, and also Powertwen has joined the party and will try and get that 2nd place away from Kota. Both Power 20 and Meshu will. As now Meshu is very close, nearly touching the gearbox of Mr. Quota. As now both Power 20 and Meshu will have the DRS, but Quota won't. Let's see how this plays out in this race. Just Pushy goes up to 6th place also. Let's see how this this comes out after at the end. Now Meshu and both Power 20 will have the DRS boxing or get doing an Oreo probably. Power 20 is off the track, little bit of a contact with Quota, but Quota will keep his position as Quota and Power 20 pushing each other off the track, and off goes Mr. Meshu, who has got the worst end of this battle between Power 20 and Mr. Quota, and gets pushed off the track after that well, interesting battle between those two. Also Quota still trying to get that second position after that interesting case of battling, if I can even call it that. DMAG now up to 6th place because of the DRS, but just Pushy still going into the inside and trying to get his place back. And that's a interesting case of battling again. I mean, it's a very good defense from Just Pushy, as now he goes and gets his place back for 6th place. As sorry, that was not the end of it. DMAG and Just Pushy is battling like it depends, their life depended on it, and now goes and just gains and gains and gains on them. So yeah, DMAX up to 6th place. As we can see, Meshu is very close to Quota now, who is has lost out to Power 20 by 2 seconds. Yestenborg gets another 3-second ability. Will not matter for our case right now. Just Pushy is very close to Sir Piastri, less than 1/10 of a second, as he will go down the inside and get 7th place on the track at least. But back to Meshu and Mr. Quota's fight, who is on the end of 2nd sector, and we will see who will get the DRS. Who will get to the DRS line first. It is a Quota, will not have the DRS, but will have the I mean, nothing. We have nothing. He will have a tire disadvantage and ERS disadvantage, also DRS disadvantage. And now Meshu will try and tries to go around the outside. Big look up from Quota. Little bit of contact. Quota just pushing out Miss Meshu like he is Max Verstappen, which is interesting to see. This is not real life F1, but that's okay. Still, Meshu will kept his calm and still will fight and try to fight Mr. Quota, who's only 3/10 behind him. Now 4/10, but that's 3 or 4/10 behind him. But big lookout from Mr. Kota, as now Meshu goes for the switchback and tries to go side by side. He will back out though, because he knows it's a dangerous place to go side by side in, as there's a yellow flag out, and that's, I think, Yestin boy who has went onto the gravel. It is okay for him though. He is still 10th place. That's a point for him and for the Alpines. Nameshu will have the DRS chance again, and let's ride on board with him, as Yestin boy spawns out again, I think, and again, or going very slowly, as Meshu will tries to go down. Tuer wins the race and will get another victory Marius wins the race and will get another victory, but now on to Mr. Kota and Meshu, only 3 turns behind Meshu goes, and that's a 3 and 4th finish for the TDR boys. Mr. Kota in 3rd and Meshu in 4th place. Infinity gets 10th as Yestin boy is in the gravel, as he has a puncture on his rear left, but Tuer wins the race and gets a back-to-back victory from Jeddah. And that's a beautiful domination by Marius in the Alpine. Absolute domination, showing how he can manage to make the worst out of the make the best out of the worst after a not a very good, I think, qualifying position. He came up and won the race by dominating all the way through. Yes. Now onto the podium celebrations. The Danish driver has done it again. He wins the Shanghai Grand Prix. As now we can see the driver of the day is Power12, also race winner Marius Kota is the cleanest driver, and most overtakes is D-Mag. So we can see that Tuer had not a bad qualifying, and 2nd place he started and stops. One stop strategy goes up to 3rd place. 2nd is Power12 and the 3rd is Mr. Kota. Now on to the interviews we go. Probably will try to make interviews, hopefully, with everybody. As now it was a very, very good result at the end for everybody. We saw that I think D-Mag or somebody was a little bit off. I'm gonna replay the broadcast and then see the end result. Yes, now, so the end result was Tuer, and then we have Power12 Mr. Kota, Meshu, KHR going from 11th place to 5th. And then we have DMAG, Serpiastri, Just Pushy, H Barbers, Infinity, and then Yes Team Boy in 11th. Now on to the interviews. We have, I think, the first place finisher here with us. Marius, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. So, a very good race from you and the whole Alpine team. What do you think of the start and the whole race after you started from second and then came up to first and dominated the entire race?
Yeah, I obviously took, well, I mean, I stayed second on the start, but that was because someone jumped the start. And then I had an incident with Mr. Quota down the straight, which basically just was the result. But that was basically just it from there.
Yes, so obviously a one-stop strategy. Do you think that it was manageable and everything? Because we saw that your teammate was struggling with at the end. You got a puncture. So how, if I can question that, how many percentage do you remember having at the end of your race on their tires?
I think on the mediums I had like 70%. On the hards I only had like 60. It was just all about saving tires in turn one and two.
Okay, so yeah, as I can hear, it wasn't the easiest, but you managed it, and yeah, so you came out on top, and congratulations, and a beautiful victory from you, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so the second place finisher of Powertwen is not here right now, but on to the third place finisher of Mr. Quota. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, now, so with the end, with the big battle with Meshu, yes, Meshu, what do you think of the whole, like, accidents with Powertwen and the battling with Meshu? What do you think of the whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, in the lap 1, I accidentally took out part 1. I was too close and I tapped his rear. Spun him around, that was my bad. Then I moved on the straight, which caused part 1 to go onto the grass. And after part 1 fully pushed me into Meshu and caused Meshu some problems, which wasn't very nice. But yeah, part 1 just had better tires. I had no chance against him, and he ran away. But I managed to keep Meshu at bay. He was on the mediums, so that's probably a big reason why he was behind me. And I just saved DRS on the last lap and stayed ahead of him.
Yes, so it is good to hear that you you said that it was your mistakes. It was a very entertaining race, though, if it was a mistake. But yeah, a very good race for you, keeping a podium. So congratulations to you two, and we'll see you next race, hopefully.
Thank you.
Okay, now on to the last person who is here, DMAG. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the start, we saw that you jumped the start and went up to, I think, third place or something. But you also went out into the pits at the end of lap 1. But you came back to 6th place. What do you think of the whole start and the whole race overall?
Well, I mean, yeah. Fuck. No. The jump start really, just reacting to Infinity's jump start. Kind of like in Baku in like real life with Alonso and the archery. And then, yeah, just a hard race. Couldn't really get past anyone. You know, people were battling like crazy, and it was actually such a pain to, you know, be involved in. But we came back to P6, and I'm happy with that. But really, just a chaotic race, and I don't want to really talk about it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's still a good result after that chaotic race with the problems with the battling and the crashes and the spinning out and also the tire management. It was all a little bit, I mean, helpless from you. You couldn't really do anything with that position or decisions. So I mean, but it was a very good race for you too, and yeah, congratulations, and see you next time, hopefully.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Okay, now I can see that Meshu joined the chat, the commenter box. Can you hear me, Meshu?
Yes.
Okay, so a P4 finish at the end for you. A big battle with Quota. So what do you think of the whole like battling and also the strategy of everything?
The race is good. The battles were not all the time good, to be fair. Lap 1 was a bit tricky with Pushy like diving me on every corner, almost killing me, giving me damage. So I had to push with damage basically, but I did well. Pitted then after, the strategy was really good. And then after I came like behind Quota, and Quota was like 1 second behind me, things went a bit tricky and I got pushed off later, got a bit of damage, but yeah, it's fine. Made me lose out on the podium, but yeah, happens. It's racing.
Yeah, as you said, it is racing, but you kept at 4th place where you qualified, so I would say it is a not a bad race for you, and yeah, so congratulations to you two, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. See you.
Okay, and I can also see that Pushy is in the commenter box. Can you hear me, Pushy?
I don't know if he's doing an interview.
Okay.
Maybe.
So I would consider that he's not doing the interview. So, well, thank you everyone for watching. And this was Shanghai with Tier 1 and Round 3 of VDRL. An interesting battles and interesting drama to see in this race. We will see you. I will see you next time. Same time, same place. Also not, of course, not in Shanghai, but in, I think, let me just check. We will see you in Italy, Imola, which is not on the calendar from next year, but it is on the calendar now, and in October 4th, 3 p.m. UK time, we will see you in the next race, and hopefully you had a great time, and goodbye.